Well, fellas, you know who it is. So, this video is mainly for my approach brothers. You know, the brothers with the approach game. I used to be one of those guys. Excuse me. I used to be huge on it. That's how I first got my foot into the dating game to begin with. I was a cold approach guy. Me and my buddy back in high school used to go chase girls around in the mall every single week, at least once a week, especially on the weekends. And then we would compete against each other. How many girls' numbers we would be able to get. It was exposure therapy, whatever you want to call it, whatever the fuck bullshit you want to call it. Did it build my confidence up? Sure. I used to be scared. I used to be the type of guy who was scared to talk to girls. And yeah, that did reduce a lot of that fear. But eventually, what really got my fear out of me is when I started getting results. Not just with girls, because those girls that I chased back in those high school days were your average girls, 6s and 7s. But when I started getting results with 8s, 9s, and 10s, not only that removed my fear, but main thing that actually helped me get over that fear was I actually self-improved and started seeing results in my life. Anyways, so fellas, every single woman has a price tag. So why did I just talk about all this approach game shit in the beginning of the video? Because of this reason right here, is that every single woman has a price tag on her. So regardless of how many chicks you're approaching, if you don't meet her price tag, if you don't match that price, you ain't getting it, brother. It's kind of like getting a loan from the bank. You know, you have to get a pre-approval letter from the bank first if you're trying to get a house, especially. And the bank looks in your bank account, in your assets, liquid assets. Not if you have homes and other cars and whatnot. Cash money that you have. That's what liquid asset is. They look into that and then they see if you can afford what you're trying to buy. If you can match that price tag that is on that thing that you're trying to purchase. Exactly the same exact thing. And fellas, I've already made a whole video talking about how women are nothing but sex objects and men are nothing but success objects. So yes, we are purchasing an object. And they are also purchasing an object as well. As I just said it, I hate repeating myself. We are success objects. We are objects as well. Women are objects for their body. We're objects for our ATM. For our wallet, for our credit score, for our status, all that. Now, the very first thing that determines what her price is, that determines the price tag, is not her beauty, hotness, any of that you guys might think. It's how many orbiters she has, how many options she has. It's different for a man. A man's price tag is determined not based on his success, not based on his status, not based on how many bitches he's fucking. No. It's based on one key factor, and that is his mindset. Fellas, this is my opinion. Take it or leave it. Up to you. I don't give a fuck. But why do I say that the number one thing that determines a man's value is his mindset? Why do I say that? It's simple, fellas. If you have the mindset of becoming a billionaire and you actually do everything that's needed to get there, you will do so. And then not only your value will, not only that you'll have the intangible value of being that high class, of high status of a male, you also have the tangible value to back it up. See all these billionaires, all these high status men that you guys see, you think they just woke up one day and bitches started throwing their ass at them? Fuck no. You think they just woke up one day and then they walk up to the garage and open the garage and they saw a Ferrari sitting in there, Lamborghini sitting in there? Hell no. You think they just woke up one day from getting a bitch sucking his dick? A bitch just woke him up sucking his dick? You think that just happened out of nowhere? No, fellas. That vision that they had started years ago, decades ago. That vision. And where is it coming from? His mindset. So it's his mindset that set him apart. granted, luck does play into it. Yes, you have to be lucky. You have to be somewhat lucky in certain situations. Like, for example, make it into Hollywood or make it into the music industry. Yes, you do need some sort of a luck. That's, again, I believe this firmly. I don't care what you guys believe. Has there been situations and occasions where luck didn't really matter as much? Hard work actually took you all the way to the top? Yes, of course. But do you really have to sit there and worry about any of that? Man, do I have enough luck to make it? Do I have enough whatever, fill in the blanks to make it? No, you don't, because you don't know the unknowns. You don't know if you have enough luck. Luck is just like a magic kind of thing. You don't know what's out there for you. You just have to try. So that's why I say this is another way to find your purpose. It's just going out and trying shit. Anyways, but fellas, number one thing that determines a chick's price tag is how many orbiters she has, because you'll notice even 6s and 7s and chicks who looks like 4s and 5s sometimes might have a fuck ton of orbiters. Why? Because they're just slutty like that. They just do the extra shit. They're just extra. Bitches just extra online. They just put extra cleavage shots. They just write extra thought captions and thought messages back and forth to dudes. They just flirt extra. And dudes eventually she builds up an army of simps, thirsty dudes, beta male orbiters, white knights, all of this. And then eventually from that she thinks that she's hot shit. And eventually from that she thinks you have to be above all of these guys in her orbit for her to come to you. AKA her price tag just went up. When she has that many dudes to pick from, her price tag just went up. A bitch could be 8, 9, or a bitch could be looking like a dime, like, right? She could look like a perfect 10 in your eyes, or whatever, most people's eyes. There's no such thing as universal dime, but most people most people find her attractive. She could be like that, yeah. But she could be the most insecure bitch on the planet. So her price tag will be very low. I have fucked chicks like that as well. I didn't have to take him out on a date. Why? Because she don't have as many options. These dudes who are throwing themselves at her, even then, she's not building that roster of options. Here's the thing, fellas. Women who are insecure, here's the thing about insecure women. Women who are insecure, they don't think that they have value just because these guys are throwing themselves at her. Because of one or two things. Number one, she's red-pilled. She knows that the guys are throwing themselves at her just because they want to fuck. So that makes her very depressed. That makes her think that, oh, I'm really not worth anything but my body. Which, again, makes her even more insecure. And number two, she probably has some sort of a defect that only she knows about, and she's very, very good at hiding it. So regardless of how many dudes are coming in her life or commenting on her pictures or whatever, it's not changing the fact that she still has that defect and she has to live with it. So one of those two things is happening. But anyways, number two thing that determines a chick's price tag is her beauty, her looks. This beta male orbiter, like the amount of orbiters that she has and how hot she looks, kind of go hand in hand for majority of today's women, of modern women. The insecure bitches that I was talking about, the hot looking insecure bitches, those are not that many in numbers. Most chicks today think that they're Queen Victoria or they're Victoria's Secret models, even though they look like your local fast food restaurant's model. Right? They just think that they're hot shit. So that's the second thing that determines her price tag. Third thing, and before I get on the third thing, you have to understand something, fellas. Looks are subjective. So what you're willing to pay for that might not be what the next man is willing to pay. And this is why we always tell you guys to stop simping and to stop, just get out of it. Just get out of this game that's completely rigged against you. Stop broke dating. Stop trying to pick up girls and cold approach girls when you ain't shit. You are nobody. You're inflating these bitches' overinflated ego even more. Why? There's a reason why bitches in their 40s and 30s even think that they got the same value as they did on their when they were in their 20s. Why? Because men in that age range, in 30s and 40s, are still propping these 30, 40-year-old raggedy ass, old ass bitches. Vagina, stinky ass vagina having ass bitches. Vagina looking like roast beef sandwich looking ass bitches. That's what these hoes be looking like, fellas. And that's why they still have that audacity to think that they're hot shit. Is because men are giving them that validation. It's our fault at the end of the day. Third thing that determines what her price tag would be is how many dudes, high value dudes, has she fucked in the past. Fucked with, meaning dated or short-term dated, or even just partied with, just hung out with, and didn't fuck, didn't give him blowjob, handjob, nothing. Now, why is that? Because chicks are fucking stupid. They think that just because they were able to fuck this guy means that they will be able to cuff this guy. Not the same thing, baby. I'm gonna make a shirt that says just because you can fuck him, don't mean you can cuff him. All right, that would be a good slogan. So they're fucking stupid. They think that, oh, I just fucked a guy who makes $500,000. That means my value is $500,000. So now I'm only going to upgrade from there, or stay at that level. We always want to upgrade as humans, right? That's human nature. So the next guy she wants to fuck with is either making $500,000 or $1 million. Let's say she fucked a famous rapper. Now she doesn't want to fuck anybody who's not famous. It's only at that famous level. Let's say the rapper is a B-class celebrity. So either she's gonna want to stay at that B-class celebrity list, either she's only gonna want to fuck with dudes from the B-class celebrity list, or move up to the A-class. She doesn't want to downgrade. Just all it takes is just one guy, one high-value man, to come in and fuck her, or date her, or simp for her. Because we all know that dudes who make a lot of money are mostly simps. Look at Drake. Look at famous rappers, artists, singers. Singers are the biggest fucking simps. So are rappers nowadays. NFL players. Just look at Hollywood actors. Dude, I can go on and on and on for days naming dudes who are simps. I just even recently made a video about Larry Wheels. YouTubers. These are all simps. So all it takes is just this one guy who has status or money or whatever to come in and bang her out and do whatever with her, mess around with her, and now she thinks she's hot shit. That's why we're fucking up the numbers games, these high value men. And now she wants either better than him, or dudes at his level. These are my 3 key factors that I want you guys to think about next time you go approach a girl. Are you getting any choosing signals from her? Then why the fuck are you even wasting your time? She has so many options, my dude. You don't know if she meets any of these 3 criterias. How many beta orbiters she got, how hot she is, and who did she fuck with in the past who might be a high value man. And fellas, this goes with every single chick in the entire world. Every single chick has a price tag on her. My eastern side of the world brothers, you know that there's a thing called arranged marriage there, right? Where your families get together and they exchange information. Do you know what the girl's family asks the dude? What does he do? How much money does he make? What does he do is the first question they ask you. What your job is, how much money you make. Why? Because they know their daughter has a price tag, and they're trying to see if you match that price tag. And the first question the dude's family asks the girl's family is, let's see the girl, can she cook, clean? Is she gonna be a good housewife? That's the price tag that he is requiring, or at least his family is requiring from the girl. Every single day, all these bitches have price tags, fellas. Now the eastern side of the world's women has a price tag that's a lot lower than the western side. Why? Because just go through this checklist. Also, sorry. Very important, number 4, living situation. I cannot leave this out. Living situation also determines her price tag. How much money is her family making? Is she starving? Is she well off? Is she well fed? Is she going on shopping every fucking week? Is she taking daddy's credit card and just buying what the fuck? Are her parents buying her first car? She crashes that, buying her second car. She crashes that, buying her third car. Are her family buying her iPhone X, iPhone 11, iPhone 12, every single new iPhone that comes out? Is her family paying for everything that she has to go through in life, including college, dorm room? Even on top of that, giving her extra money for food and gas and whatever that she spends buying alcohol and even thoughtier dresses and outfits. How well off is she financially? How much financial backup does she have? That's the number 4, and probably again, all 4 of these are not in any particular order of significance. So these are very, very important. Just go through that checklist next time you come across a girl anywhere in the world. Just go through this checklist. Where is she living? How much money she making? How much money her family's making? What background she's from? How many orbiters does she have? How much social media presence does she have? That's why I always want to check a girl's Instagram out. Let's see what kind of pictures she's posting. Let's see how many dudes liking her pictures. Let's see how many dudes commenting on her pictures. That tells me everything I need to know. Because all these dudes are on her DMs as well. Now let's see how hot she is from 1 to 10 for me. Now let's see what her past is like. There are certain questions you can ask her to know or to get a feeling about her past. That's another video topic. So don't be a fool, fellas. Unless you are a somebody, don't even worry about going through all this bullshit when you see your modern, Western, hot, quote-unquote, women, right? Why do I put quotation mark when I say hot? Because these bitches are putting on clown paints on their faces. Trying to hide their fucking pimples and scars on their face, boyfriend being abusive, hitting them on the fucking face with the frying pan, whatever the fuck he's finding. You know how these abusive relationships go. Fellas, if you're in an abusive relationship, just get the fuck out. Don't even bother with that. You already got the ass. You already got what you wanted. You already fucked her. Her value is done. Just get out. But fellas, don't be a cold approacher like this. Cold approaching doesn't take you any fucking where. It really doesn't even build your confidence up like this. As I just said earlier in the video, my confidence came when I started seeing results in my life. Not just with women. Women's results gave me a temporary confidence. When I fucked a girl, I felt good about myself for the next couple days. Now, after that, I felt like I'm a nobody again. Until I started making financial gains. I started getting my status up. I started passing my classes, getting closer and closer to graduation with my degree. I started seeing results in my life. My life started improving. That's when my real confidence kicked in, and that applied in everywhere else in my life, including women. So that's the best way of doing so. Hey, at the end of the day, it's your fucking life. Do whatever the fuck you want. Follow me on Instagram though at Zeekpeak. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.